everyone. My name is Antonio Dalton Boyd, and I am one of the co-artistic directors of dance here at COCA. And today we're going to be learning how to foundation our skin tone onto our ballet slippers so that we can create one complete line. And as we know, none of us are completely pink. No one is made pink, so we all have to look the same color from our legs down. Today I have with me...
I'm Fiona, and I'm in COCA dance.
And...
I'm Bella, and I'm in second company ballet.
So we're gonna have a good time today. We're gonna get a little bit messy, but I promise you the end product is gonna be amazing. So I already have my dancers shake out their foundation to make sure that it comes out smoothly. And we have already prepped the bottom of our shoes. You wanna make sure that you put tape around the soles of the shoe so that you do not get makeup on the bottom of the shoe. So we've already pre-prepped our shoe, which is very easy. You can take some masking tape, you can even take Scotch tape just to make sure that that is covered at the bottom of the shoe. The next thing you want to do, ladies, you can grab either shoe, doesn't matter. Put your hand inside of the shoe so that you can cover all the surface. Yep, so it's like you want to make a talking puppet with it a little bit. You take your foundation, open your foundation up, ladies. She has the kind that you can squirt onto the shoe, which is really nice, that you just go like that. And it's so easy, so take your toothbrush, Fiona, and just paint it in, yeah? And you wanna just keep doing that until you get the entire shoe covered. The hardest part is sometimes getting into these little ridges, so you wanna make sure you keep applying more makeup as you go. Bella, yours is good too, so if you want, instead of having to do that, you can just do a little dab like that, make it all come out. Give yourself some space all around the shoe. And then go for it with the toothbrush. I'm gonna do the same thing. The more makeup you can put on the shoe right away, guys, is the less you have to keep going back. You can see it's coming out already to a really beautiful brown color. And you guys can do this as a family. You can do this as you're getting ready for school, after school, right before dance class. The only thing, you have to give yourself one day for the shoe to completely dry before you use it, or your dance teacher or your school will be very upset that all of their floors are brown. And it makes it very slippery for the other dancers if it's too wet. Yo guys, so the thing is, make sure you put enough makeup so that you don't have any stripes, right? When you do this and you spread it a little apart, those little grooves that's in there, you make sure you want to get inside of that as well. So that when you point your foot, you're not seeing little white spots. And the great thing about this is that under theatrical lights, it might look a little bit light in the studio because you use fluorescent lights in different studios, but when you're on stage, you will never notice. It'll look just like it's part of your foot. And so if you take it off your hand and you want to get to the back part, it's okay to remove it from your hand and get the makeup on the back as well. They do make shoes now that are your skin color. They do make shoes. I think Block makes a nice shoe that is a brown and comes in different shades of brown. But sometimes if you go tanning, you go out to the beach, you're sunbathing a little bit, you might not be able to find the shoe that matches your skin color right away. So this is a great way to make sure that you keep your shoe the same color as your skin, no matter what activities you've been doing all summer. And make sure you get around the edges of that shoe to make sure that there's no light spots anywhere on your shoe. And look at this, guys, it's coming together so well. And once you start to get that first coat on there and it looks like, oh, you got it, you might always want to go back and repaint over the top of it. And you also want to make sure you get your elastic rims so that those are the same color as well. If you can, if it's not cold outside, you can always go outside and do this on the porch, out in the grass. If you don't have any paper to lay down, you can always put newspaper down, just not on top of mom's counter. And just like that, we have a really beautiful brown ballet slipper. And if you don't have an old toothbrush, you can use a sponge, you can use, some people I noticed they've used this Q-tip like apparatus, and that takes a little bit longer. You don't really need a Q-tip, that takes forever. But an old toothbrush will do just fine, and you can always store this in the closet and save it for the next pair of shoes that you want to make up, so they don't have to buy a new toothbrush every time. Or every time you switch out your toothbrush, because we should be changing our toothbrush every month or so like that, you can save those toothbrushes for when you need to dye your shoes. Make sure, everyone, that you match your skin tone to the foundation. So sometimes you might really want to make sure you put it on your leg to see what the color of your legs, because sometimes our legs are a little bit darker than our face. Do not just go by the color of your hand. Really put it to where you want the shoe to go. So I would always match my foundation to the bottom of my leg to see what color that is. And they did this. This is their first time. Both of their first times doing this, and they did it in no time. So you too can do this. Please check out our website for our classes and camps and other programming that we have going on here at COCA. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at a.boyd@cocastl.org. And hopefully that we get you all in classes very soon. Have a great one.